Well, hello, it's Dirky Dirk. Well, what I thought was I would do kind of an in real life video kind of thing. I was going online and asking you folks if you had any questions about stuff. And questions I got. So this thing, yeah. So my friend BeatsNgaminG, who's a really cool guy, both been trying to figure out how do we make melee builds that kind of wedge themselves and then we'll start chewing them down. And he came up with something kind of similar. Of course, I had to mess up the paints and the decor. I added 2 maulers instead of 3 lacerators. Pretty cool little machine. We're going to test it out right now. Alright, so what do you think of the new drones? OP? I think players panic when attacked by them and haven't figured out their weaknesses yet. Mr. G hates them. Good point. I have not seen them in battle. This thing drives really well. I haven't seen them in battle. So Mr. G will go on his lollipop squad and they'll all go out with nothing but these annihilator guys and just chew people up. I have never seen that in game. First of all, because I usually play lowish power score, I really enjoy the lower ones, like 7-ish. I feel like there's more flexibility. So I'm in kind of too low of a power score to deal with that. Plus, as far as founders, we're not up to that yet. I am not even up to triggers. I got my first free trigger. Don't even have blueprints. So, yeah. Do I have to worry about annihilators? No. Not yet. What will happen? I have no idea. I think they'll be kind of in, I think they'll be working on higher power scores. And if I see tons of annihilators, I'm just going to get on a spark. And hopefully that spark will just take care of drones, no problem. I don't know. I don't know what annihilators will do just yet. I don't think they're a good idea by any means. I think game... I don't know. I think that was kind of a bad idea on your part to even come up with this stuff. So yeah. Damn, kill number 2 for me is going to happen. Kill assist. I will take it and hide. Alright. Looks like Mr. Bean. That's not even a question. However, I thought I'd leave it in just because it's kind of funny because I spent a lot of time overseas. If you go anywhere outside of America, or I guess Europe, then to you, every white guy looks like Mr. Bean. And I think in my case, maybe that's more true than most people. I'm doing what I need to do, man. You just leave me alone. Alright, next question. Can 2 of you fit in a box with acorns or without? Don't make fun of this guy. He's got issues. He's a good friend, but I think he spends too much time alone in the outdoors. I think I would prefer without the acorns. They're not really good, do much for me anyway, except I want a part of this. Alright, I'm going to skip that one and assume that I answered it. I'm just going to assume question is answered. Hello. Hello, guys. Hi. Take me along for a ride. But I'm sorry, I'm not answering questions. Which is better, ML200 or Bigram? I'm going to say Bigram. I don't even know. Just because you get more for your buck, right? Because Bigrams, you can use a wheel, which means that you get out there faster. And it's pretty derpy. It's really cool. It's weird because they're wheels, but you're so high up that you're teetering. You have to manage yourself now. You have to actually put things below the chassis so you're not top heavy. So that's kind of a challenge. But Bigrams so far are really fun. I like them. I don't get to play them yet because I'm stuck with these missions, man. Just trying to get rid of missions. So I haven't had time to play, but Bigrams seem really fun. I think they're really fun. Because I'm not a Clan Wars guy. If you're Clan Wars, maybe your MLs are a bit better, a bit beefier, yes. But in PvP, I would say Bigrams are a lot more fun, and they get you to the action. I know you don't do YouTube full time, so what do you do for a living? Okay, I am a trainer. I'm not going to say a whole lot, but I do work for a government agency, which is not quite as menacing as you would think. It's a pretty... and I'm a trainer, so all I do is kind of sort of like a teacher, but for grown-ups who really should know better by now. But yeah, I train people, the same people, every day on new stuff, new policies for the same. It's a living. What are you going to do? I did go to college for ecology and evolution, and the plan was to go for a PhD, live out in the woods for a while, making nothing and trying to do, I guess, take data. I really like ornithology, so I wanted to study birds. Didn't quite end up doing that. So that was too bad. And then I didn't know what I was doing, so I went into massage therapy, got certified. Then I realized just how creepy that stuff really is. It's not really intended to be, but sad fact it is. So I kind of got out of that before it even started. And then I wanted to go into animation, and that was a terrible idea because if you didn't know that, animation is dead. It's been dying. It died like, I don't know, 60 years ago, man. So here I am as a kid straight from school going into animation just as it's going overseas. And I really wanted my own show, all that good stuff, but I didn't quite have the personality to, you know, be demanding and to be a producer and all that good stuff. So never really happened, which is really kind of too bad. I had a whole thing set up. I had an entire cartoon idea. I didn't know what I was doing, so I went to Vietnam for a while teaching English, and then came back, went back to school, got a regular job. What else we got? Okay, so someone has a Crossout question. How many coins is your storage worth? Good question. So in storage, there it is. 35775, which I guess is okay. It's nothing huge. I have 0 relics. As far as I know with this game, either you spend a lot of big bucks for a relic, or you sell your entire storage and get 1 relic. I'm never gonna do that. I'm just not. I don't have a lot of legendaries. I got a Spark and Harvester because those were some fun times, man. I have the Apollo. Don't even use it a whole lot. Those are my legendaries. That is it. I found it a lot more fun just to stockpile epics. So I like these guys. This is where I think I have fun, and I do like fun at low power scores, so that's really where I'm usually at. I would like to know what's your all-time game top 5, and which new upcoming games you're most excited about. Well, I hate to disappoint you, but I'm kind of an old guy with a job and a baby, so I don't get to play a lot of games. Man, back in the day, I was doing Atari, I was doing Commodore 64, I did the Nintendo NES. That was really amazing. Now, the other thing is, what I really enjoy when I just want to chill out and hang out and play a game when it's not Crossout, it's actually Subnautica. I love it so much with a passion. Like I say, I did some ecology, and Subnautica is kind of like this ecological thriller mystery thing. I really love it. And now there's Subnautica Below Zero. I'm liking it a lot. So it's not really streamable. People don't like it a whole lot, so I don't really mention it even. But that's a lot of what I play. Let me get the hell out of here. And skinnering in your face. Skinner in your face. How you like me now, Connor? I can do that to a bot, people. That's about it. I don't even know if I make it out of here alive. I doubt it. There's just no way in hell, right? Look at that. Fuse drone. Even the fuse drone was confused. The fuse drone was like, I don't know what to do with this, Dirky. I don't even know what to do with you. Do I even bother? I guess the answer was no. Alright, my favorite faction. I'm probably going to say Firestarters. Tell you what. Because in Firestarters, when I was kind of still in the early grind and I reached Firestarters, I was like, holy crap, I am stuck. Because they had everything I wanted to craft. The back cab is my favorite low PS. It used to be rare, okay? That was my favorite cab for sure. Jumpos were amazing. Really hard to get into, but I did, and I did really strongly. The Shiv wheels I love. It took me a long time. I know I never had all Shivs, but Shivs are really fun. And then Bigfoot's was a hell of a grind. You guys who are now playing the game, you don't know how lucky you are. You create 2 wheels at a time and not wheel. Man, I had 3 wheels for ages. I had a tricycle. It sucked. Tormentor is a lot of fun when Melee was back in the day. Phoenix, I loved it. It was fun. Not playing it again. Oppressor is good to have. Meat Grinders are fun. I got them. Fafners used to have them. Really good stuff. Werewolf, I never got there, but always wanted a werewolf. And Incinerator, a lot of fun and very effective. I win a lot of games with incinerators, even though I feel like I'm still only supporting, I'm in the background. They're really capable. Skinner is, I'm so bad with this, so bad. It's fun and derpy, I'm trying. And now we got Harpy, which is really cool. So Firestarters is something to get stuck in. If you are crafting, it's a great place to be. I like Firestarter's armor a lot. It's really cool looking. They take up a lot of space. but I don't use it so much anymore because they're really flimsy. My favorite, I usually use steppenwolves and dons. That's mostly what I use, with a little bit of pipes. Here's the easy one. Where did you get these goggles? I'm afraid to say Amazon. I try to avoid it because it is slave labor, etc. But you know what? They came in different colors. I can actually swap these out for different colors, but I can't see anything anyway, so it didn't really matter so much. What would you prefer to fight? 10 frog-sized rhinos or 1 rhino-sized frog? Man, it's... Those are questions. That when we were in freaking elementary school and kids are having these questions like that. Oh my god. This one kid was like, there was a big cactus, and this kid was like, would you rather die or jump in that? And my counselor completely flipped out on this kid, completely like was gonna kill him. He was like, what the hell are you talking about? Of course I'd rather freaking jump in that than die. How is that a freaking question? This question's kind of the same thing. So you're talking about rhino-sized frogs. This is, of course, impossible anyway. However, since we are still in the real world, a frog-sized rhino is going to be as strong as a frog. You know that, right? If a rhino is this big, it's not going to be an actual small, powerful rhino. It's going to be a freaking frog. It's going to be squishy. That's the way the world works, okay? You make a rhino small, you can step on it. So I would get a bunch of I would step on it. That's to answer your questions. Now, if there was a rhino-sized frog, would be scary as hell. That would swallow you in one gulp. You want to run. That is totally terrifying. Next question. How long do you play Crossout and since when? And how much time do you spend on Crossout every week? Good question. I spend about 2 hours a night. I have 2 hours of free time every day, and that's what I use for Crossout and for making videos. I've been playing for about, I don't know, what's it, like a year? Almost 2 years now? How old is your daughter, and is she doing better already, and how are you? Very good question. Thank you, really. I appreciate that question a lot. Yes, she is, man. She is 5. There was a time when she had the flu. You guys were really concerned. I was concerned. It was a mess. I was really sick. She was really sick a lot. Stayed up many nights. She is fine, my friend. Thank you so much. Now she has a cold. Why does Dirk play better than G, and his build actually work, unlike G using a Clan Wars build and failing worse than his child? Shh, don't tell him. Sorry, I didn't tell your name, but I did tell the world. Let me tell you a secret. Mr. G has an act, okay? We are on YouTube and we have personalities. Because when I played with Mr. G, he was actually extremely well. He actually carried me many times. So I think when he's recording, it's 5 in the... Give the guy a break, man. It's 5 in the morning, okay? And he's doing these videos with all kinds of stuff. With a lot, usually they're bad builds that he just picks up or makes, but yeah. They're usually not such good builds. Ooh, he's just throwing me everywhere. I'm like... Whee! I'm jet skiing. I'm just being carried everywhere. So he's actually pretty good. He gets up really early to do that stuff. He's already tired. Poof. Thank you for saying that I play well, but look at that. I mean, look how that's... I rest my case. I might keep this in, I might not. So I have a serious question. Are you gay? Now, I said here, on the internet, that's never a serious question, but okay, it's a question. Short answer is no, I'm not. Long answer is I'm a middle-aged person who is a single parent, and I have 2 hours a day making Crossout videos. Does it even matter? Does it freaking matter what? Defeat. I survived.
Don't drop that Dirky Dirk, hey, don't drop that Dirky Dirk.